This gap haunted me for 5 days. So I told myself today I wasn't gonna go home until I got this. So I tried everything, focusing on relaxing my body, staying centered, music, motivational speeches, all that shit. And they did help a little bit, but that's not what actually worked. What actually worked was eventually after a while of trying it, my brain just turned off for a second and I landed it, which gave me the confidence to do it a few more times. But so aside from fear, the biggest problem that I ran into is my shoulders wanting to turn back to regular. They're like, nah, we don't like switch, let's go back to regular. So I had to battle that the entire time. So I focused on keeping my shoulders straight and relaxing the rest of my body, and eventually it worked out because so the tricks of the park didn't really work well at all. So later I started trying fakie front 180s over this, and I found out that my fakie 180s are kind of rusty. So I started doing them all flat, and then an upside down board, then right side up board before turning on a side again. And the first one that I did, I actually zoned out, so I had to do it a couple more times to make sure I could do it while I was thinking, because my lip slides were kind of rusty. So my biggest fear was actually getting into them, especially when I was thinking about doing the entire rail, until I tried it, because then my brain just said, oh, it's not a lip slide, it's just a board slide from a weird angle. So I wanted to front board the entire rail, so I started doing a little bit and slowly worked on doing more and more until it started raining. So I had to come back the next day and I started the same process all over again, this time taking a little bit slower. And the scariest part was definitely getting on the start of the rail, because I was afraid of missing it. But after a couple of times, the fear dialed back a few notches, and then it was just a matter of time because So I started out doing a couple ollies to get an idea of what the ramp was going to feel like before trying a few kick flips to see if I could even get the board to pop high enough to rotate all the way. Then after a while trying it, I was able to focus on just doing a good kickflip and forgetting about the ramp existing at all, because I did a few switch pop shovels to warm up before heading over here. And once I figured out how to keep my weight centered, I started getting over it. But then my shoulders kept on moving to where they weren't supposed to be, so I focused on keeping my shoulders straight and just hoped that the board spun enough, because